Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate our automated Firetruck driverless system. I'm just going to start the application. To start with, have a splash screen when we're logging in, and we're going through the process of scanning for an RFID tag. Now obviously we don't have the RFID tag because this isn't actually set up yet, but this is assuming that that functionality did exist. We could actually try again if the tag wasn't found the first time. But now we're assuming that we're actually logged into the system. So the first thing we want to do is log in as a mechanic. And this is the display for the mechanic. First we can do an automatic system check. Start the process of checking through the system. And this is going through and checking all the vitals of the truck. Looking at the water level, the engine components, the tire pressure and the suspension. And it's completed our system check, knowing that our truck is in a safe condition to drive. We also have a service history that we can view. And we can bring up the particular service history by clicking the magnifying glass, and we can see that report. We can create a new service record, selecting the type of the service, the date of the service, the mechanic, and any of the condition of any of these listed here. And plus any comments, and click the submit button or cancel. Clicking log off will take us back to the login, and now we're going to log in as a fireman. The first thing that comes up is a route confirmation. It is assumed that this information has been sent through from headquarters, showing the suburb, the street and the number, and this may be a fire emergency. We can click the confirm button, and that would take us into the menu where we can see the controls for the vehicle, or clicking modify route, we can actually customize the destination address. As you can see, we have the field suburb, street name and number, and we have a list of all available suburbs as the first thing to choose from. We can either select it directly from the list, or we can refine the list by using the keyboard, assuming that this is a touchscreen controller and we don't have a keyboard. So we can put T, and that will actually refine it to just the suburb starting with T, and then R will actually refine it to TR. Clicking the name propagates the suburb. Clicking next, we can then choose the street. Clicking next, we can then refine the number. And next, we'll send the information to the top of the display, knowing our destination. Clicking the auto drive button begins the process of the vehicle driving. We can see the vital information such as the next instruction. This says we're going to be hitting a roundabout in 3 kilometers. Our current road, the estimated time of arrival, and the distance to arrival. On the left hand side we can see the views of the video cameras. This is the right hand camera. We can click that camera to have a full screen display of that camera. We can also see our current speed and other statistics such as heat level, fuel level, water level, and tells us the fire danger level at the destination. We also have controls here such as contact base. We can open communication with base by clicking that button. We also have a horn, and we can turn the siren on and off from this display. Hitting the emergency stop button enters the vehicle into stop mode. And we can also enter into manual drive mode, which brings up a different display. And this brings up a menu which assimilates that we've actually got a joystick control for the system to control the vehicle, where we control the acceleration, which updates the display, turn it right, left, brake, and steer. We can also change the vehicle from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive. Currently we're in 2-wheel drive. Clicking it, we've now engaged 4-wheel drive. Clicking the auto park button will have the vehicle detect a suitable place for parking, and we click the assisted parking button, goes through the process of parking. Clicking manual driving will return us back to the previous menu, or automatic driving takes us back to the main menu. Clicking the park vehicle button also enters the same menu as before. We can also access the settings, where we control the general settings of the unit, such as volume, the brightness, connectivity with Bluetooth, connecting to the default fire station, and other controls. Clicking confirm will return. We also have the climate control system accessible, where we control the current temperature. We can turn the air conditioning on or off, determine whether the air is recirculating or from fresh outside, and changing the level of the fan.
So that's a general overview of the system. Obviously this isn't the final version because it's not connecting to anything real at the moment, but the connectivity is there and the major components of the system are in place, showing the connectivity between each of the buttons and the screens.